Tozani bogogo nomkhulu isaluka sendoda lesugogo bathini bathi uma uvula kufala emzini amadoda u-Aunty Usha, your number one locksmith. Ngumalume, ngugogo, ngugift, ngu-engineer, ngiyi-technician. I wish I had a stress ball with me. The topic today, you have lost your child or your children. It's a very sensitive issue because I'll be talking about it from a very limited experience, which is it's an experience mostly from how I grew up in the township I grew up at, looking at my life as I was growing up, and looking at my friends' lives as we were growing up, and being at school, looking at the behaviors of other school and classmates that I had, and then in the community at large, as well as your children as the healer. It's a tough one, bogogo nomkhulu, you'll forgive me, and it's something that it took time for me to do it. It's one video that it wasn't easy. I can just stand up and wake up and just do it. Kodwa ngiyabona ukuthi we as parents, we are facing a huge problem with our children. We are really facing a huge problem with our children. And I would like us to deal with this in such a way that we don't point fingers. I don't want to, if you're showing your child this video, which is what I would encourage you to do, to say, please listen to isaluka sendoda ukuthi sithini. I don't want your child to point fingers at you, or I don't want you to say to the child, uyabona umzwithu uthini. Just say or to him or her, please listen to this. I won't ask you anything about it, just listen to it. And they should decide. And if they want to engage you with it, please allow them to do that. I'm talking to the parents. Allow me to say, because both fathers and mothers, they're facing the same problem. However, I had majority of women complaining about their children compared to men. Women are able to take their children to say, my child, you need help, compared to men. A man will come, they do come with their children, abanye, but it's just a minority of them. But a man will come and tell you about the child rather than taking a child to you so that we can see what is the problem. However, I'm talking to both parents. God, allow me to say, or rather, let me also talk to that single mother. With the father somewhere there, ophilayo, but he knows nothing and he doesn't care about the child. Sometimes the father is not there because the mother doesn't want the father to be there, because the mother is trying to prove a point to the father using the child, which is wrong. I'm not talking about those kind of a parent. If you have a problem as a parent, while you are saying ukuthi you want nothing to do with the father of the child, kodwa the father of the child, they want to come and play a role of being a father, a positive role for that matter, because they are fathers that they want to come to the children's life to be negative, to prove a point to the child ukuthi yeah, yimi. You have never raised a child in your life, but you want to come and take over the child. And you just come to the child, yeah, your mom this, your mom that, your mom this, your mom that, and everything. The same way as parents who keeps on saying to the children, your father this, your father that, your father this, you are like your father, this is what, this is what, this is what. I know a child who came to see me alone, and I was surprised why she came alone that particular day. But she said, I said to her, but Gogo, I don't see a son inside here. Why are you wearing shades inside the house? And the eye was red, like blood red. What happened? Uma ungishayile. You know, uma ungishayile. How? You know, the mom is wearing a ring in the right hand. So mushaye but in kafir klapper, and then shayiso. I'm stupid just like my father. This is not an attack to women. This is not an attack to men. This video, it's about finding a solution. I'm not giving 100% solution. In all of my videos, I will never be in that position. I'm giving 100% solutions. No, guys, no. I'm giving 49%. The 51% is on you. My videos are 49%. I'm coming with my 49% knowledge, the smaller nyana knowledge, and then I'm provoking your contribution into your own lives, into the lives of your children, into the lives of your business with your 51%. So today we're talking about Uguti, we have lost our children. How many parents do you know out there except you who have problems with their children? Gogo, I can't do this anymore. Gogo, my child, watella. Gogo, my child called Batini, watella. My child doesn't see who I am. I'm nothing to my child. Gogo, I know a child that can insult me. Gogo, my child calls me a bitch. My own child. Gogo, the father was never part of his life. But the treatment I'm getting from my child, I don't know ukuthi uyithathapi. Gogo, I don't know what to do anymore. Gogo, the father has passed on. I didn't kill the father. Why must I suffer? Why must I be the father? I am the father in terms of providing and everything. But the father is not there. The father has passed on. I don't know where the father is. The father is somewhere there having fun and everything, and my child can see the father on Facebook, but my child blames me. Gogo, I had to divorce because I was not happy. I was in an abusive, toxic relationship with his father, with her father. I know children who are telling their mothers to say, it's your husband. You chose him for us. You have decided which is a man. Listen to this. I'm not going to hide some words. I'm going to tell it as it is because that's how our children are speaking. That's how the other children are speaking, not all the children. We cannot paint them with one brush. But other children tells their mother that you've opened your legs for him. You've allowed him not to use a condom because you wanted him to be our parent, our father. I've never experienced that. I've never had that. I've never had a mother of my child telling me that the child has said that too. But trust me, whether we still talk to the mother of the child or we don't talk or we have our differences, if she can pick up the phone and say, Busiwan Rohaka Ore, if I have a broom that I can climb on top of Nindize Nyegena, loyo mntwana loyo, I'll do that. I'm telling you, I will do that. Umthia uyangithuka, uyangithuka. I'm not gonna go and fight with the child. I'm going to ask the child, ukuthi, what is wrong? What happened? Guys, we're fighting sometimes a losing battle because we don't want to get to the core of the problems. What I've just mentioned is just things that are the results of the problem. The insights are the results of the problem. I've told you on one of the videos, I can't remember the title of the video, of a daughter that went with the father. And the daughter came back with Ilokozana Ispandla. And the mother was surprised. The mother didn't even know that the daughter has a relationship with the father. Now the child comes with a girl for that matter. No, I went with Ubaba. My dad cares about me and everything. Sometimes we have a problem with children because of the fathers that think ukuthi money will make the child happy. We have those fathers. Nyababona laba can see those ones that they will wear the most expensive clothes. They are known in social media. They are known by their friends ukuthi hayi ubasibanibani kushanga isidwedwe. Hayi mamela ufaka isidwedwe la muntu ngeke umenze next. Ngeke umenze next la muntu loyana in ungena kula mashop anama ekhona serious. You know those shops that when you walk there, when you walk past that door, I've never been inside. When you walk past that door, there's one or two or no one is in that store. Because whoever that goes in there is not for eye shopping. You go there, you know those brothers, you know, with a t-shirt that costs 30,000. You know, with those sneakers. You know those sneakers as if it's yeah, you know, those expensive clothes. I'm not saying all of them, but most of them. I know some guys who are very good in dressing. They will do what it takes to have money to buy expensive clothes, expensive alcohol. But your child doesn't even have toughies to go to school with. Toughies. Mina is fine. A mother of my child can say, I'm spoiling a child and everything. But if I have, I'll never say no to a child. If I have. That's why I have trained myself not to use the word I don't have. No, baby, it's not in my budget for this month. Let me budget for it next month. Because I don't want my child to look at me and say, hey, but my father is struggling. Then I need to get a second option for me to get this. Never show your struggle to your child. Sometimes the struggle is there. The child can see it's there. However, show them ukuthi the struggle is there because you don't have control over that struggle. Who are we dealing with here? How many parents can raise their hands and say, my child is smoking? My child is smoking cigarette. My child is smoking drugs. You'll hear other people motivating it. No, he's not taking drugs anymore. He's taking a weed. Okay. What is this thing called hubbly bubbly? Is this thing Tolanyana thing that the kids smoke and everything? Have you seen in communities, townships, suburbs, behind shops, behind halls and everything, how many kids you'll find smoking that thing? That is not only tobacco. There's drug there, there's dagga there, there's pills there. I've been to that age. I'm not talking about something that I don't know. I've been to that age. And I grew up in an environment whereby it was clear what now he's starting to be out of hand because we've had him smelling cigarette. Tina, we used to smoke Amaroiroi. We used to get this thing somewhere in Orlando at the outline, Amaroiroi. I don't know how to, what that thing, that tree in English, but it looks exactly like a crushed weed, but still on the tree. So we'll get it sometimes wet, we'll dry it, and then when it's fine, and then we'll crush it, and then we'll fold it as if we are folding a dagga, and then we'll smoke that thing. But that thing, it did focal to us. If we wanted to be tipsy, we would rather go and steal benzina. Benzina. Take benzina. Take your t-shirt. Oh, whose t-shirt are you going to smoke with? Your t-shirt with a benzene. Uzikanda lithi zik, 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 dong ding, dong, dong, dong ding. We used to smoke that. But nothing that we grew up smoking except dagga that was except dagga and cigarette that was addictive. I don't remember anyone of the guys I grew up with smoking benzina in high school. Others, they graduated to cigarette, then they went to a dagga, then they went to drugs. But the drugs that, or cigarette, like anything that have the smoke, it was never addictive. That's why we had sweets. They were like cigarette, a white sweet with a red top. They were like cigarette. We used to buy those sweets, and most of the time we would turn it around and suck this white part of it, because we want to maintain the red part of it, so that when you go on the street, it's like we are smoking and everything. And it was a fun to do that. And we'll go past that quick. But the environment, the society was different compared to what our children are facing. Our children are faced with nightmares. Let's start within the house. Our children are growing up in toxic environment, raised by toxic fathers, toxic uncles, toxic grandfathers, toxic whatever, that is the toxic mothers and everything. That we have those kind of children. Let's face it. We cannot run away from that. Then we have children that are faced with spiritual challenges. Sometimes your child has a calling, but because when you are suppressing that calling to say, hey, when here we are prayers, Tina, we are praying here like I. Demon like I. You'll never practice that here. Not in my house, not under my roof. And sometimes we are told by parents, really, they don't know anything about this. Honestly so. Maybe if they can try to find somebody to explain this calling, they will understand it. However, we are also faced with parents that they know what they are hiding, things that they've done to your parents. They know what is it that they're hiding. Sometimes they are hiding things that they are doing. They hate this calling kind of a thing because they know what they're hiding. And sometimes you are, as I said earlier, you are not preventing your child from their father and everything, but you are afraid that your children will experience the same abuse that you have experienced, and yours was double or triple. Financially, physically, emotionally. And most importantly, you have a calling, but you were abused spiritually. They want nothing to do with this calling of yours. Then you want to take that directly. Now you abuse the child based on your abuse. I'm asking you today as a parent, single or both of you, never insult or fight your child or talk to your child by bringing in the absent parent. That destroys our children, guys. I know I do have an opportunity to speak to those children. Others, they will even send WhatsApp to say, there's this boy that I'm communicating with. I so wish to see him one day, but I don't want to say to him, come see me. We speak to that boy almost every week, twice or once. If there's 2 weeks that I can't find him, I didn't want to save his number. But I'll look for that conversation until I get it, and just to ask him, how are you, boy? And you said, no, I'm fine, Baba. I said, okay. How are things? I've managed to take that boy out of smoking cigarette. I've managed to take that boy out of bad company. I've managed to do that by just talking to him via SMS, a call once in a while and everything. I've managed to talk to him to say, but that is not going to help you. That is not going to assist you. You are not solving any problem by doing that. And I'll always ask him, how's your mom doing? What did you do today or this week to make her happy when she comes back from work? And I know the day the mother knows that there's somebody behind that, she will appreciate it. But that is dangerous because children, they now seek for help outside because there's no entry in their own parents. Yes, children, they think childish. That is a fact. Children think childish, period. Yes, I still say I don't reason with a child. I listen to the child, then I advise. I don't reason with the child. I'm sorry, if that's your style of doing things, it's okay. If it's working for you, it's okay. Because I cannot reason with a child whom I know, Uguti, they are not that matured. Their thinking still needs guidance. Reasoning with a child is like listening to everything that a child wants to do and allowing it to do because of you want to be a good mother while you are spoiling the child. I don't reason with the child. However, I listen to the child very carefully because children's emotions are as important as adults. If the child has a problem, the child must be able to speak to you. You mustn't be this kind of a parent who you can't talk to. It's a no entry kind of a parent. I've seen those children who are saying in front of their parents to say, but how? Because ma doesn't want to listen to me. I'm not saying ma must do what I'm saying. I'm not saying dad or mom or both of them, they must do what I'm saying, but at least listen to what I have to say. They don't want to. No, it's something like that. You need to hear what they are saying so that you can tell how far they hear upstairs. Reasoning with a child is allowing the child to do what they want as they please. And we need to be able to say, can you please pass me that? My children will tell you, I am very good. May I ask, whether you are 20 months old or 20 years old, I ask, boy, can you please give me that thing? Boy, can you please do this? Spanman, can you please do this? I ask because I want my children to speak to me the way I speak to them. So that when they do something wrong, I will ask the child to say, where did you hear this? Even when I was drinking alcohol, I don't have a child that can say, I know when Ubaba was drunk. Never. I don't have that child, man. I don't have a child that has seen me sitting like this drinking. No, I don't. I'm not saying it's wrong. I have friends that have children that are drinking, and a child is old enough to say, hey, we're going to buy some drinks, what can we bring you, and everything. It's fine. They have built that relationship, and there is so much respect because they know what is the behavior of our child. They know what they have a full control rather than having a child or and say, here's the man, go and drink with your friends. Which friends? Do you know those friends? How responsible is your child? There are things that we cannot run away. If your child is grown enough to drink and they have decided they are at the age whereby they can decide if they want to drink, you must guide them to drink responsibly. Period. And I'm able to say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, boy. I'm sorry, my baby girl. I'm able to say, I know how to apologize, and I do apologize. And I do know how to explain ukuthi umntwana feels this way. Because what is important is for the child to be able to open up. To who? To the parent. Or at least the child must open up to the parent that they feel it's conducive for them to open up. At the end of the day, the child must open up before we seek for help outside us as parents. Why do we find our children, involved in drugs, human trafficking, crime? Why is that? Why do we find our child being so much in love with people that are leading them to the wrong direction? Because those people listen to their children, to their children. Our children, they find comfort into drug lords. They find comfort into people who are committing crime, into people who are human trafficking and everything, because those people, they are able to listen to our children and to do and to reason with our children. They listen to our children and reason with our children, and that's what our children want. And then what? They went away. But we need to listen to our children and give clarity to them. And when we give clarity to our children, sometimes we need to take ourselves low. We need to be able to humble ourselves, not to go to your child and say, oh, that is not going to happen. Don't tell me that. No, you mad. Not under my roof. We love praising these roofs of ours as if nothing's going to happen. What is that roof? Is that same child? Now you look everywhere. You say, God, I've looked everywhere for my child. Yes, I know what you mean when you looked everywhere, because sometimes you feel as if there's no walls. Everything that is here, it's invisible. It's like you can see the sky and all the bushes where your child might be, and you have lost your child forever. To those children, to our children, I want to humble myself and say this to you guys. We are talking to you the way we're talking to you because we don't want you to do mistakes that maybe we've done, or mistakes that we know you may have done, you might do. Please give your parents a chance first before you grant that chance to your friends. Because your friends, they don't like it where you are. I'll always refer some topics to Uzola 7. Umfoka Dlamini once said on his show, Uzola 7, he once said the parents that are not well off, he said well off, but the parents that can afford, that are working and everything, that, they've been to school, educated and everything. They visit prisons, while the parents of those that have struggled had nothing. You see them in graduations. Which parents do you see in graduations lately? Very few of your time. Even the step you see, what serious face, classes, and very few. Why is that? You know that it's another topic. But I'm asking you, boy, I'm asking you, girl. It's cold out there. Most of the things that your parents are saying are true. Be careful. Choose your friends wisely. Have a small cycle of your friends. Remember, there's a difference between a friend and your classmate. There's a difference between a friend and somebody that you grew up with. There's a difference between a friend and somebody that you know. There's a difference between a friend and someone that you smoke with, you take drugs with. There's a huge difference. Please listen to your parents while they are still alive. Trust me, girl. Trust me, boy. You don't want to find yourself in a situation whereby that parent, that single parent, those parents that you have, they are no more. COVID have shown us something, the importance of love. How many divorces did we see after COVID? How many people have left orphans after COVID? How many people that don't have children after COVID? And to you, parent, that you feel ukuthi wena, you want the best for your child while you're spoiling your child. That's why there's a culture whereby if you have never beaten your child, if you have never warned your child, if you have never shouted at your child, in the last days of your child will cry and say, Mama ngishaye. Please, Daddy, beat me up. Your child is sick for whatever, but now you are owing your child ukuthi your child is where he is because of you contributed. You misinterpreted the word love. Love doesn't mean give everything. Love doesn't mean spoiling. There's many ways we can show love to our children except spoiling them. Let's look at the needs of our children and we'll see what goes later. We used to say to our children, if it's your birthday, yeah, let's deal with what you want. But in general, you deal with your needs. And if they deal with what they want, we monitor what they want, and then we correct them to the right direction. That's why I grew up being bought toys, including a water firearm, water gun. See too. But I've never bought that toy for a child, because times have changed. We are living in a totally different society. So, my boy, my girl, please listen to your parents, especially those that are raised by single parents. They are not stupid by not dating other people. They are taking you first. Their life is on hold because of you. They've compromised the life, the nice time in life. You could have been aborted, but they've decided in the midst of your father denying the pregnancy, they said, I'm going to stay by him. I'm going to be there for my child. I'm not going to abort this child. Please listen to your parents. Your parents are doing absolutely best to be with you. If you feel ukuthi your parents doesn't want to listen to you, the best place you can go, at least go and speak to a teacher that you are comfortable to speak with. Go to your nearest police station. Just look at them and you'll see whom you can identify as a father figure. Who you can identify as a mother figure. You don't have to go there and open a case. Don't do that. Just go there and say, I think I'm going through this. I'm not here to open a case. I'm going through this. Can you please assist me? Can you please sit me down with my mom? Please don't come with a uniform. I don't want her or him to feel what I'm opening a case. I'm just here because I don't trust much. I've listened to Koko Batini, and Koko Batini gave this advice to say, I must speak to somebody. There's pastors everywhere. Gotta be careful. Who do you go to? Go to somebody that you trust. However, be careful. I can't say in this day and age that, especially if you are a girl, even boys are in danger these days. There's a pastor that we've just heard, Uguti, what he did to a boy. He has been arrested twice for the same thing. So be careful. I'm asking you to say, trust me, you don't want to go in and out sangomas, prophets, and everything, using that. Your family is doing that. Your parents are doing that because they care about you. If your parents comes back with something, a herb or a scripture from church to say, let's go through this scripture. Let's go through this medicine. Let's use this medicine. We took this from Ukokos Banibane. They said it's going to help you. Listen to them. You refuse to go there. They went there on your behalf. They're coming back with your help. Here they are with the Bible, with the Quran, with the Islabelele to say, let's go through this together. Here's are the scriptures that they said we must read together. You don't have to comment after reading it. Please, our children, please make it easier for us to parent you. It's bad out there. People are being arrested, are being sentenced life in jails abroad. People are being killed abroad. People are being introduced to crime not being aware. Why? Because the friends that you think you are friends, no, you're not. It's because you are at the same age. No one is correcting each other. You are lying to each other day in, day out. My brother, I am bad, mama. God. Oh, the Lord, you are bad. I'm pinching. You want me to die? Bias. Mina bezwa mina mangifika lapha nyabape ngithola bayangijwayela la bayangazi mina idlala unamanga. If it's true, it's not right. If it's true, it's not right. I've had parents, I've been to SRC team, then it was called SRT. At school, I remember there was a time where we were about 800 and something. But comes a parents meeting, parents were 8 or 10, and my mom was always there. And I remember my mom in one of the school parents meetings that, she said, we are going to have this meeting. You called it twice and it was cancelled. This is the third time. We are going to hold this meeting. I've seen parents who are coming to school to fight with the teacher hates my child. But parents are not coming to school to say, hey, you are right, mistress. This child is a problem also at home. How can we work together? We are now want to take our responsibilities as parents and give it to the teachers. Teachers are now midwives, are now doing counseling, are now doing running rehabs inside the schools. And now, Abokobela, your child has a calling and you don't want to ban impepo for your child and give your child sniff and you expect school to do that. Teachers are now priests in our schools. How many salaries do these kids, parents get, these teachers? I think teachers, they must get at least take home of a teacher, at least it must be not less than 50,000 in primary school. The take home of the teachers must not be 50,000, not less than 50,000 in primary schools, because we're taking everything. You spoiled your child inside your home. Whenever you are scared of your own beast, who gave birth to that beast? It's you. How do I give birth to the beast? Yeah, you are not listening to me. That's why you have you held on the word beast, and you don't understand how did I get to that. You gave birth to a child, and you turned that child to a beast because you have made that child to be untouchable. Whenever the only person that can discipline your child, as if you are disciplining your child. Your child can just walk inside the house not greeting anyone and it's okay. Because your child can speak English, now your child is smart. And your child is untouchable. No. We need to teach children basic stuff. Thank you. Sawubona, ngiyabonga. Goodbye, good morning. What basic stuff. You know, if there's something that at home we grew up not, I don't know how to use the word struggling. Let me rather use the word. We had challenges, financial challenges. But there's one thing that I've learned from my parents, and that I feel which we were wealthy with. It's respect. It's respect. That's why other people, they think I'm afraid of them if they dance in my head. And when I react, when I'm enough of them, when I react, I'm now evil person. It's how I was raised. And I'm still raised because my mom's still alive. It's how I was raised. Sometimes I would keep quiet, not because I agree with that person, but it's because of my level of respect is very high. Sometimes I can't bring it down. Sometimes I really, really can't bring it down. I remember my elder brother, there was a young lady in the township. She was young enough to be my brother's third child. But my brother went inside the house. I was not aware here. Wait, was it? Sharp. Listen to this. There's a sister. Unosisi okufunayo la ngaphandle. Usisi, ufuna mina. Ya ula ngaphandle uyamazi mhlawumbe lesa strategy singalo. Okay, sharp. Ngiyeza mfo ngiyabonga. Then I went out as this young lady. I was humbled. That's how we are raised. That's how we are raised. I was not shocked. I was humbled to say, he still kept that. He still kept that till now. Because I was raised to say, the mom, a woman, let me use the word woman, who is in the same age as your mother is your mother. Person in the same age of your uncle is your uncle. Same person in the age of your brother is your brother. Same age as your elder brother is your elder brother. My young son, when he started speaking till today, he has never called his brother by name. It's Uput. Period. There are things that I'll never negotiate, man. No, I don't negotiate. And I start from a young age. Uput. Yes, Uput this, Uput that, Uput this, Uput that. Uput. He has never called his brother by name. I'm talking about when he started speaking. Yes, when they play and everything, they tease each other. You cannot interfere with children when they tease each other. When you see it gets out of hand, then you interfere. So to children and parents, we need to work together. In closure of this short video, I'm asking children, parents, let's work together. Let's close this cycle so that we save our children. So that as children, we save our parents. Gogo, I don't know what to do. Gogo, each and every advice you have given, I've used it on my child. Gogo, I've tried everything to speak to my mother, to speak to my father, to speak to my parents, to speak to somebody. Gogo, I don't know what to do. I'm going to give you a formula for free. But maybe probably you'll spend 22 rands. Yeah, you spend 22 rands. And if you don't have that 22 rand, make a plan, phone the office or send a WhatsApp to the office. We will get somebody to give you that 22 rand where you are. Yellow and blue candles. Guys, I don't know how to emphasize this, but you can go to the comments and read the comments. What is this combo have done for people? Guys, the maximum money you spend on this combo, the maximum you spend is 22 Rand. And this 22 Rand, you can buy yellow and blue candle and a box of match. Nothing else. Many people, they'll ask me, especially Mabafika Kautukoko, what is it that you would like to be remembered with these candles? Only. With these candles. If I can die this broke, one thing that I'll leave my children with is these candles. Yes, I would love to leave my children with a beautiful home, conducive home, a good education, everything. I would love to do that. I'm striving to do that. However, if I fail as a parent until my last days on this planet, but this is what I'm going to leave them with. If you have tried it all, if you are that child that you don't know about these candles, just buy these candles. Just burn these candles. Just talk to your ancestors at 12 midnight. Gogo, why at 12 midnight? Because it must be easier. The process of these candles is to make it uncomfortable for yourself. You must make it difficult. You must wake up at 12 midnight and parla with it. And revoke your ancestors. Parla. Use this combo. It has helped millions. I'm proud to say that because videos of Uphahla, they've reached more than 20 million views. 20 million views more, the videos that I've done of Uphahla, and they've helped millions of people. That's it. Not all of us can be able to go to India, to go to ugogo bathi nempangeni, to go to ulokhuzana, ugogo Keletso Tembisa, to go to wherever. We're not all there to, we can't all afford to do that. We can't. We can't all go to Moria. We can't all go to eThekwini kwaShembe. But we can afford to buy these candles and save our children and save ourselves as parents. I don't know what else I can say. Here's the solution. If you still have money, if you can afford, and there's Umkhulu Shilwane, a Hammanskraal that you want to go and consult, there's Umkhulu Mahlangu Northwest that you're going to consult to him, it's okay. There's a pastor that you believe in him, it's okay. At the end of the day, it's not about where did Gogo Bathi Nembata said I must go. It's about saving the child. It's about saving the child. It's about saving yourself as a parent. As I've said, this is not an easy video. I'm glad I've done it up to this maximum time. Probably this is one of my longest video. It's because it's not about me checking time in terms of cutting now and everything. It's not about that. It's about me delivering the message. It's about me sharing what I experience, because I'm privileged to see these things happening every day. Parents come to me every day with this. I've announced the other day that I'm going to Ghana, and already I've got 2 people that I must see in Ghana. In Ghana, where I'm going, already there's 2 people that they said, Gogo, no matter what, we need to see you. one of the days that I've stayed, I'll be in Ghana with, is been paid by a client in Ghana who have never seen me except in videos. So I know what I'm talking about. Our children are on fire. I don't know how can I call this. The vultures are waiting for our children. Vultures are waiting for our children. People are selling fat cakes with winter is coming. Our kids are going to eat fat cakes with dacha. Wunga is here. Nyaupe is here. There's so many names that are coming in, day out. Our children are not happy. And don't think that because your child stays in a suburb, you are safe. Don't think that because your child stays in a rural, then it's a profound environment and everything, they are safe. There's no parent that is safe. There's no child that is safe in this planet. Never, Kotla. Especially in this country. Never. Hambiolala. Hambiolala. There's no parent, there's no child that, there's no parent, there's no child that is safe. Period. We all need help. It's tough out there. Don't ever think because we're not this and everything, then child that are living in a high walls environment with 24 hours security, they wouldn't fall pregnant. Let me leave it there.